Hi, I'm Jake from Fulcrum, and I'd like to introduce you to our AI-powered audio FastFill capability. This is perfect for anyone who'd rather be more productive in the field doing preventive maintenance or inspections or whatever their job is, rather than typing with two thumbs, taking off their gloves, using traditional speech-to-text that only fills out one field at a time, and that sort of thing. To get started, I'm in a bioswale survey sample app, and I'd like to point out two quick things about it. One is that I already used our geospatial capabilities to capture the area, and it did an automatic calculation of that, so that's why that field's filled out. And second, I need to look at this contents field. The contents field, you'll notice, has nothing between it and the standing water present field. But through the power of conditional visibility, when I check vegetation, I get a new field called types of vegetation that enables me to fill in more data. That's important because the AI has to be able to handle that as well. Notice, by the way, that these are checkbox fields, and there are other fields that are, for example, the radio button for it says standing water only, as well as plain text and plain number fields. I'm going to start the fast fill by clicking the button in the lower middle of the screen. And when I do that, that microphone pops up. I'm going to scroll through the various elements of this form and simply speak what comes to mind as they roll by. The depth of the swale is about 2 meters. The contents is vegetation, mostly shrubs and trees. There's no standing water present. The impervious surface area is about half an acre. The pervious surface area is about 2/3 of an acre. Note on the drainage, there's some Japanese knotweed here, and we might want to hit it with a targeted herbicide. And finally, there's an enclosure nearby where there's a pretty vicious dog, and we want to use caution in this area. Now, when I click the button, the AI is going to take all of those things that I've just said and parse them and figure out what form fields they relate to. And what you see here is the result. The depth is in meters, as we said. The vegetation is the contents, and it was able to use that conditional visibility and drill down into the types of vegetation to give me shrubs and small trees. It filled in the various different classes of inputs easily, handling the radio buttons and so on. It converted my impervious surface area and pervious surface area to decimals, where I said 2/3, for example, for the pervious surface area. Note the total drainage and total capacity. Those are just calculations. That's actually not AI. There's a bunch of different ways that Fulcrum makes life easier for people out in the field. And for example, helping them avoid having to hand do calculations is a really important part of that. Finally, you'll see that where I gave notes on the drainage and the notes on the dog, those went into the appropriate field, separating out the two mountains of text that I said, one from the other, so they're in the right place. There are many ways in which Fulcrum is able to improve the lives of people who are out there doing field work. These are just some of them, and I encourage you to come out to fulcrumapp.com to learn a lot more.